Hey guys, I'm just going to make a quick video here showing how the auto draft works, and hopefully this helps some of you guys out. Um, Basically, once you go to your browser and you sign into StratDraft, you get to the page where it shows the draft table. What you're going to do is go to Front Office, go to My Office, and then go to My Profile. If you scroll down, then you'll see the auto draft section. What you need to do first is click the button right here to turn that on. You can see that you have options then of player groups, first player group, second player group, etc. And if you scroll down below that, it shows the players. What I usually do is look in the game and find a player that I'm going to be drafting or think I want to be drafting. Once I find them, I do Control F on my computer to find, and then I'll type that player in. This is actually the rookie draft that's going to be coming up, so I'll just type in Lawrence. So I want to put Trevor Lawrence on my list. There he is. I can just double click that for his player ID, do Control C to copy, and then if I scroll up to the top, I can put him in my first player group by doing Control V. I click off of that, it puts Trevor Lawrence in there. All right, then if I want to look for Zach Wilson, I can do the Control F again to find Zach Wilson, and there is Marco Wilson. I'm looking for Zach Wilson. I'll start by doing Zach. There he is right there. Usually in the other version we had the last name, comma, and then the first name, so that's why it took me just a little bit here, but I'm going to do, again, Control C on his player ID and scroll up and put him on the list. If I want the computer to draft one of these guys for me, then when my turn is up, I can just change this and put a 1 in here, and then hit the submit button. It'll save that, and then the computer's ready to go to draft those guys or draft one of those guys. The other thing I can do is put in a second player group. I can keep adding in this group. I can add a second group of players. Let's say I want to search for Kyle Pitts. So there's Kyle Pitts. So again, double click on that, Control C to copy. I'll put him in the second group, and maybe I just want to make a list of guys that I'm possibly going to be drafting. If that's the case, I would just leave a 0 there. If I don't want this to draft at this point, I can change that to a 0. So the computer won't draft. I'll just have a list. What I like to use it for is just keeping a list of players that I'm looking at possibly drafting. And then if I think I'm possibly going to be away from my computer, I just change this, come back in here, and put the 1 in there. But again, then if I hit submit, just click OK there, it'll save it, accept it, go back to home, and there's the main page for the draft. Again, if I want to go back into that, make any changes, I can go into Front Office, My Office, and My Profile to see what I have in there. And then what you'll see that'll come up if a player does get drafted, this will change to unavailable. So if I have a player in here, I'll just put a number in there. It says accepted. I saved it. So this is what will come up when a player has been drafted by somebody else. You can come back into your auto draft and you can just take that player out of there because obviously you're not going to be taking a player that's already been drafted and then again submit that again. But it's really that easy. That again, clicking that button to turn on the auto draft, putting your players in there, selecting if you want the computer to draft a player from a certain group. So if I wanted this Kyle Pitts drafted instead of these guys, I could just change that to a 1 and then hit submit. Again, when it comes to my turn, if I'm away from my computer, or even if I'm at my computer at that point, if I have that in there, it's going to draft that player for me, and that's all I have to do. That's auto draft, guys.